the Massena defenseman as a screen.
Joe Munn, right off the bat, 6 seconds. Seton just tipped the puck ahead, and Munn swooped in and fired a 55-footer. Not a difficult shot, but a little bit of traffic, and held on for the face-off.
Face-off in the Massena zone. They win the draw. Here's a shot. Smythe makes a save. And no, it scores. It goes in the net. Smythe had it. And it's poked in the net, and Seton goes ahead 1-0 right off the bat. And Smythe made the save. It rolled up his shoulder. He dropped it behind him, tried to put his glove on it. It was poked around in front of the goal. And it's a goal for Seton Catholic. Let me see, who was that? I think that was Munn that poked it in. Joe Munn gets the goal.
Right off the draw, Seton got the draw directly right back to Thume at the number 8 at the right point. He just one-timed it, and it was a knuckleball shot. And Nathaniel Smythe had trouble. It hit him in the chest, rolled up his arm. He crossed his arm, thought he had it, but it dropped down between his legs and kicked out into the open net. And number 13, I believe that is Munn, who just came in from the left side, because everybody in the place thought it was going to be a face-off, but the whistle didn't go. The puck came free, and number 13, Joe Munn, knocked it in the net.
Boy, and that's a quick goal for Seton Catholic, and I'll tell you what, that's a big goal for them, and they're on top 1-0 right off the bat here. Off the face-off, the Knights control it. They dump it down the ice. That'll be, well, they wave the icing off as the puck comes in behind the Massena net. Charlie Durant flips it to the blue line, but not out. Kept in. Bounces back into the corner. Nightingale after it from Massena. He gets tied up by Sean Flanagan. Puck along the boards, back to the point. Here's a shot, but it's blocked. Puck in the corner. Picked up there by Flanagan again. Has it knocked away. Justin Walsh out to center ice. Durant ahead to Walsh. Walsh cranks it in the zone and right on. And Snide makes a save and holds on for the face-off, and the whistle will blow.
That goal didn't go to Munn. Jerry, they gave it to John Dion, number 16, gets the goal, and those numbers can't be right. I know 8 took the shot. No,
it was Munn.
Yeah, okay.
It had to be Munn.
We got some numbers wrong from the scorer's bench down there, but I know number 8 had to get an assist. He took the shot. Boom.
Off the face-off. Puck inside the Seton zone. Weiskopf trying to get a piece of it. He can't control it. Out the center ice. Here come the Knights again. Jim Barkham flips it in the corner. Here's a shot. Smythe, the rebound, hit the goal post. And, boy, it almost looked like it went in and out. Smythe, I'll tell you what, he's got a little bit of a problem now. He can't seem to control the puck when it comes in on him. If I was Seton, I'd be shoot right now. Here they come again. Into the zone. Justin Frechette can't get the shot off. Comes in behind. DeRosie waves at it, and Cameron picks it up. Here comes Cameron. Bangs it down the ice, and that'll be an icing call against Massena. So the Raiders back on their heels right off the bat here at 13:29 on the A1 TV and Appliance scoreboard. The Seton Knights lead Massena 1-0.
Well, you know, that first shot that they took in the first 5 seconds, that long drifting shot that hit Nathaniel in the chest, he had trouble with it, and since then, you know, he's got to make that first good save. When he makes that, he'll be back on his feet, but he's a little shaky right now.
Beauvier out there with Nephew and Kiernan. Here's a shot off the faceoff, all the way back to the blue line and out to center ice. Trying to come up with it there, the Raiders, but it's out to neutral ice. We've got the Mankeys line out there. Mankeys, Wells, and Ward for Massena. Raiders look to move it. Joey Ward with it. Ward has it knocked off his stick. Comes back to Kiernan. Kiernan winds up. His shot, save, rebound, cleared into the corner by Bubba Gerard. And the Raiders move it, but not out to center ice. Kept in at the point by Kiernan. Kiernan dumps it in behind the net. Picked up there by Wells, has it knocked away. In behind. Seton controls its Nephew. Wells takes it away from him, moves it ahead. And the Raiders start it out. Here's Bubba Gerard. Gerard across the red line. Flips it into the Seton zone. Back in the corner after it is Chris Boise, the defenseman. Boise comes out from behind his net, looks up ice. Moves it to the blue line, out to center ice. LaPointe steals it there, flips it back in the zone. Seton clears it again to the Massena line. Here's Eric Seacott with it. Seacott flips it right back in Seton territory. Snide stops it in behind, leaves it for his defenseman, Boise. Boise trying to flip it around the boards. Comes up on the wing to Sean Flanagan. He doesn't clear the zone, gets it back again, and finally dumps it to neutral ice. Here's Barkley with it. Right back across the blue line is Adam Barkley. Picked up by the Seton defense again, Boise. Along the boards, and it just trickles out to center ice. Here come the Knights across the blue line in the Massena zone. Seacott, good job tying up the Seton forward. Raiders trying to clear it. It bangs to the blue line, but kept in. Here's a shot side of the net. and Smythe will cover up. I don't believe that was on net, but he's going to hold on for the face-off. We are at 11:52 left in the first period. The Seton Knights leading at 1-0 on the A1 TV and Appliance scoreboard.
And the Knights have an easy road to the Final Four, Jerry. We've talked about that before. All they have to do is get by Plattsburgh High School, the only two teams up here in the sectional in Division I, and they've beaten them twice, 7-0 and 6-4. And if they play, I think, next week on the 22nd, the winner of that goes straight to the Final Four.
But then they've got, in the semifinal game, the winner of Section 3.
Well, you still, you got to play that section. That's right. You get to the Final Four, and once you get there, anything happens.
Sure.
You and I both know that.
Face off left side, and the Seton team's no stranger to that either. They've won some upset games in that Final Four. Here's a puck in front of the net. Durant throws just a block a little bit and moves it out to center ice ahead to Pribble. Here comes Pribble, cuts across, drop pass to Lapointe. Lapointe trying to drop it back, intercepted, and bang back out to center ice. We got a foot race for it. Durant, he gets there first. Clips it ahead for Nightingale. Nightingale moves it out to center ice. His headman pass a little bit too far, intercepted by Thum. Thum trying to move it along the boards. Now it's Cormanius knocking it ahead for Pribble. Pribble slips it to Lapointe. Lapointe trying to go by the defense. Here's Lapointe in front. Cormanius fired it just wide. Great pass by Lapointe. We have a whistle as the net got knocked off. And just a super play by Massena, but just a little bit wide on the shot.
Yeah, that line of Cormanius, Lapointe, and the Tasmanian Devil, Lester Pribble, back together. And Pribble started the play, and Lapointe almost finished with a great pass to Cormanius, and he just slid it wide of Kyle Snide. Face off the left side, Snide. 11-10 left in the first period. Seton had 1-0.
Meacham line out there now for the Massena Red Raiders. Meacham, Walsh, and O'Shea. Off the face-off, Walsh couldn't get the shot off. He misfired. Here's O'Shea. O'Shea steps by a check. He's got room. He fires it. Good save by goaltender Kyle Snide. Puck in behind O'Shea. Again centers to Walsh. Goes back to the point. Cameron cranks it up. Big save again by Snide. Couple of good opportunities for Massena. And finally, Seton moves it into the Massena zone. Puck bounces side of the net. Here's a sharp short side shot. Save made by Nathaniel Smythe. Raiders control. Walsh along the blue lines gets pinched in, and the puck stays in the zone. Here's Justin Frechette feeding it in behind. They got a man in front. He can't get the shot off. Good job by O'Shea on the back check. Puck around the boards. Walsh with it. Whistle. We got a penalty, and we got an interference call against, I believe, Seton Catholic.
Didn't see the call, but definitely the gate's coming open, and it is an interference call. It's going to be against the Raiders.
Yes, it is. You're right. You're right.
It's going to be number 22. Is that the
Meacham.
big cruiser out there? Meacham's going to pick up a penalty. So Raiders having to kill off the first penalty of the game, coming in doing an excellent job allowing the opposition just 15 goals and 107 attempts for a great percentage of .860, only allowing the opposition 14% success ratio. So let's see if they can keep that up here.
Lapointe out there with Pribble. Off the face-off, puck in behind the net. Pribble after it. Skates it in the corner. Dipsy Doodles with it, looking to waste a little time. Now he moves it ahead to the blue line. Lapointe can't quite clear the zone. It bounces in front. Here's a shot knocked down by the Massena defense. Goes into the corner now. Wonky throws a check. Puck in behind to Jim Jennings. Jennings, his pass intercepted. Wonky winds up and down the ice it goes. Snide stops it and leaves it for his defenseman. Lapointe in there forechecking. The puck comes to Pribble. He dumps it right back in the Seton zone. Jennings again back after it. Raiders trail it 1-0. Seton scored early in the first period. Since then, the Raiders have had a couple of chances, but now it's Seton on the power play. Pribble keeps the puck in the Seton zone. Back after it again. Seton trying to move it ahead as Boise finally gets it out to center ice. Puck trickles in the Massena zone. Gerard is there to flip it ahead to the blue line, out to center ice, back in again. We got an offsides against Seton with 9:39 left in the first period, 36 seconds left in the Massena penalty on the A1 TV and Appliance scoreboard. Still 1-0 Seton.
Good job of that foursome of Wonky and Gerard playing the points, and up front, Les Pribble and Mike Lapointe killing off this penalty. Seton hasn't had a serious threat in the first minute of this power play.
Now we've got Weiskopf and Cormanius out there to try to kill it. The puck off the faceoff. Here's a shot save made by Smythe. Puck comes around the boards and out to center ice. Here comes the foot race. Cormanius, he's got Weiskopf. Cormanius winds up, and Snide makes the save and holds on. And the shot got away from, I think, Dave, and went up chest high. and Snide had an easy save of it, as it turns out.
Defenseman Thum pinched down, trying to keep the puck in the zone, and Nick Kermanius just chipped it by him with that great speed, came roaring down that left side. It was a 2-on-1, but Kermanius elected to shoot from about 40 feet out on the left side. Would have been over the top of the net, but Snide made it look good. Chest save, and he did make a sparkler a little while ago with that pad.
Here's Nightingale's shot, right on. Save, rebound, another save as Joey Weiskopf had the puck come right on his stick, right off the rebound, but didn't get much wood on the second opportunity, and he fired it right into Snide, and he makes 2 saves right there.
2 good saves. Raiders win the draw. Right back to Nightingale on the left point. He cranks one up. Snide, left pad save, gave up the rebound, and Weiskopf right in front picked it up and couldn't get it upstairs.
Off the face-off, Kermanius, Barkham flips it ahead by a skate, and here comes Seton into the Massena zone. The Knights try to move it through, but it's knocked away. Weiskopf after it in the corner. They bang around for it behind the net. Jennings with it. He gets tied up by Charlie Durant. Nightingale's in there digging for it. Jennings is back there. And Dean Nephew. And finally, Charlie Durant comes out with it ahead to Weiskopf, and down the ice it goes. Trickles in on Snide again. He's going to let it go by. And icing will be the call as the penalty had just elapsed.
Again, we talk about that goaltender just can't be a spectator. He's got to watch everything on potential icing. He's got to watch the official. And that time, Snide did. He knew that if he didn't touch that puck, he watched the official with the arm up, let it go, and the Raiders called for icing because the Meacham had just come out of the penalty box prior to that.
Face-off inside Massena territory. Off the draw. Puck in behind the net. Raiders control it. Around the boards it goes. And Slack that is Jeff Slack, isn't it?
Yes.
Tries to move it out of there, but Seton keeps it in. Back behind again. Here's Cameron with it. Cameron kicks it ahead, moves it to Weiskopf. Weiskopf has it poke checked away, comes into the corner. They move it back to the blue line. Weiskopf intercepts again and moves it out to center ice. Weiskopf to St. Thomas. He shovels it deep in the Seton zone. Puck comes to the side of the net. Snide rips it around. St. Thomas steps in front. Goes back to the blue line to Cameron. Cameron looking to keep it in the zone. He does. Here's Slack. He throws a check, but the puck trickles out to center ice. Weiskopf turns it around. Here comes Weiskopf in the corner now. 1-on-4. And finally the puck taken away, squirted out to center ice. Here comes DeRozzi. DeRozzi 1-on-1 now. Breaks by the D. Here's DeRozzi. Nice pass. St. Thomas save. Rebound. They bang at it. And for some reason, the whistle blew, even though the puck was still free, and we'll have a face-off.
Great setup by Eric DeRozzi using that speed of his. He intercepted it in the neutral zone and really cranked it up, went down, created a 2-on-1, drew the defenseman to him and slid a beautiful pass over to Andy St. Thomas, breaking in on that right side, and St. Thomas one-timed it, but again, Snide coming up with a big save.
The Yankees line out for Massena now. Off the face-off, Seton trying to move it ahead. Comes to Justin Frechette. Frechette out to center ice. Down to Joey Munn. Munn can dangle with it. He goes by Gerard. Takes it in front. Backhander. Glove save by Nat Smythe, and a good one.
Good save and a good move by Munn coming down that right side. All kinds of speed. Walked around the Raider defenseman. Looked like he was going to go across the crease. So he had Smythe started to go across from his left to right. Munn came back and with a backhander went to the short side. But Nathaniel Smythe, a good glove save with the left hand. Super save.
That's probably the save we need for Smythe. And the Raiders move it out to center ice. Here comes Kyle Wells with it. He backhands it deep in Seton territory. Still 1-0 Knights. Puck in behind the net. Raiders trying to do a little forechecking here. Puck in the corner. DiAgostino trying to chase it down, but it's picked up by the Seton defense. They move it ahead on the 45. It goes to Frechette. Here's Frechette, backhanding it to center ice. Gerard stops it, picks it up. Here comes Bubba with it. His headman pass intercepted, and it's back into the Seton zone as they back in. Knights try to move it out to center ice. Wonky intercepts, dumps it back across, bounces in the corner. Massena getting ready to take a change, but Kyle Wells steals the puck in the corner. In behind the net, though, it's knocked away by Thum. Now it's Lapointe digging for it. Centers to Pribble. Pribble back to the blue line. Wonky cranks it up. Fired it just wide. Puck picked up there by Frechette, and Frechette finally moves it out to center ice. He fires it, and Smythe made the save, although I don't think that was on net. So I guess you can't call it a save, but he stopped the puck. Puck out at neutral ice, dumped right back in the Massena zone. Smythe in behind the net, trying to control it. He can't. It comes bouncing free. Wonky throws a check. Wonky can't control his man. Now he does, and the puck poked away. Drew Wonky, good job that time as the man almost beat him. Then he came back. Here comes Michael Lapointe with a puck. Lapointe 2-on-1 with Pribble. Here's Lapointe. Skates in the shot. He fired it high. Pribble trying to come up with a rebound. It comes to Cormanius. Center pass to Lapointe. He tries to center. Bounces in front. Comes back to the blue line, and down the ice it goes. And all the way down the ice. They wave the icing off for some reason. Raiders in their own zone. Puck around the boards. In behind, it's Kiernan with it. Kiernan gets tied up behind. Here's Jim Jennings, looks to center it. Puck comes to Pribble. Pribble looking to move it back to the blue line. Now Lapointe gets a piece of it. Ahead it goes to Cormanius. Cormanius coming in one-on-one. Goes right by the defenseman. Here's Cormanius. Backhander shot. Save made. Rebound. Cormanius trying to center it. Knocked away. And there's going to be a penalty on Seton Catholic. And the Raiders will go on the power play. Since that opening goal, Dave, the Raiders have been putting all kinds of pressure on Seton.
Oh, and number 24, Nick Cormanius, just cruising down that left side. And Chris Boise, their big defenseman, thought he was going to go between him and the boards and angle his body that way. Cormanius gave him a little head fake that he was going inside and went to the middle of the ice and walked right around him at the blue line. But only another big save by Kyle Snide. As you said, after that first goal at the 15-second mark, it's been all the Raiders, and Snide has made some outstanding saves. Massena really cranking it up with their speed here tonight. This is not Potsdam revisited here tonight.
Meacham will take the face-off on the power play. Off the draw, puck sits in the circle, and it's cleared out to center ice by Jimmy Jennings. Back is Cameron in his own end. Ahead it goes to Gerard, back to Cameron. Raiders looking to set up a power play. Goes to Walsh and by him down the ice. That'll be an icing against Massena. And back we go into the Massena zone for the face-off. 5:17 remaining in the first period. And on the A1 TV and Appliance scoreboard, it's still 1-0 Seton Catholic. Raiders, though, on the power play here for another minute 13.
From that Seton goal at the 15-second mark, Joe Munton from Nate Thum, and number 16, that's John Dion.
Face-off Massena zone. Off the draw. Raiders trying to come up with it. Here's a shot right off the face-off by Seton, and Smythe had to be quick on that. Looked like the Raiders had won the draw, but it got away. Now here is Gerard with it, has it poked away, then moves it out to center ice, but nobody there for Massena. And right back comes Joey Munn. Munn gets by Bubba again, but the puck goes in behind the net. It got away from him. Here's Munn with it, just looking to waste some time. He drops it over in the corner for Jennings. The puck bounces free. It comes to Frechette, and he rips it around the boards. Finally, the Raiders come up with it. Here comes Justin Walsh. Walsh flips it ahead for O'Shea. O'Shea trying to get it across the blue line. Comes back for it. Here's O'Shea. They call an offsides, and I thought that Meacham was out, but they didn't believe it, so offsides a call on Massena.
A number you'll be hearing Jerry call, or a name, his number is 13, Joe Munn. I'll tell you, he can really motor out there. Fine-looking young hockey player. Wears that. He's not superstitious because he wears number 13, but he's a lot of speed, and he changes speed really well. He lulls you into complacency and shifts into another gear, and before you know it, he's by you.
Cormanius line out there now for Massena on the power play. Off the face-off. DeRosie flips it in the corner. Munn is back there after it. He and Cormanius steals the puck from him. Cormanius to Pribble. Pribble to Cormanius to Lapointe. In the corner, Massena setting up the power play. Lapointe, Cormanius. Cormanius to Lapointe. Lapointe back to Cormanius in the corner. Back to Lapointe. He lets it go to the blue line. DeRosie. DeRosie to Lapointe. He's got some room. Skates in. His shot. Save me. Rebound. And it's... they kept it out of there somehow. That was sitting on the goal line, and Pribble couldn't find the handle to poke it in. And down the ice it goes. Great opportunity for Massena, and they just missed. I can't believe it. Puck in the corner now in the Massena zone. Raiders, Durant with it, leaves it for Lapointe. Lapointe headman. Cormanius busts then on the right side, stops just inside the blue line. Goes to Lapointe, hit him in the skate. Lapointe comes back for it, flips it in behind for Pribble. Pribble has it knocked away. Puck in the corner, Cormanius after. Can't come up with it, but Pribble does. Here's Pribble, in behind, looking to move it in front, but it's intercepted, and out to the blue line, and the Knights move it out to center ice. Here comes Seton's Black, in on the right side, taken away by Charlie Durant. Durant flips it ahead, out to center ice again. And Massena will make a line change as it comes back to Kyle O'Connor. Knights move it into the Massena zone again. Offsides will be the call. 3:12 remaining in the first period. The Raiders have had some glorious scoring opportunities and been unable to get it by Snide.
You have to see that last one to believe it. I tell you, Mike LaPointe on the overload walked out of the left corner, looked like he had Snide dead to rights, made the shot. Snide got a piece of it, rolled to the goal line, resting against the goal post and the goal line sitting there, and Les Pribble didn't go to the net.
Off the faceoff, puck bounced back in the Massena zone. After it in the corner is Dean Nephew. Nephew taken out of the play by Gerard. Raiders move it ahead. It's Kerwin. Kerwin flips it to St. Thomas. St. Thomas has it intercepted. Stays with it, though. Takes it across. Here comes Weiskopf. Weiskopf across. In front of the net. The backhander right on. Save made. Snide. Puck in behind again. Weiskopf can't control it. And the Knights look to move it out to center ice. Bounces by everybody back in the Massena zone. Bubba Gerard grabs it. Backhands it around behind the net. Here's Wonky. He'll try the other side. Back to Gerard. He'll go to St. Thomas. St. Thomas gets knocked off the puck. The Knights have the puck in front, and it's intercepted nicely there by Massena. Here comes Gerard. Cranks it up from the blue line, or outside the blue line. Save is made by Snide. And back to pick it up is Chris Boise. He flips it around the boards. Bounces out to center ice. Knights losing it. Gerard gets a piece of it. It's flipped away from him. Inside the Massena zone. Eric Seacott is there for the Raiders. Seacott looking for St. Thomas. He lets it go by out to neutral ice. Here come the Knights trying to move it free. St. Thomas gets a piece of it, flipping it for Wells. Knocked away from him. Comes to the Massena line. Picked up there by Justin Frechette. Frechette's shot from way outside his glove by Smythe. He'll leave it in behind for Seacott. Seacott looking to go around to Ward. Ward looks up ice, kind of fanned on the clearing pass, and pokes it, falling down out to neutral ice. Knights control there. Kyle O'Connor with it. Over on the other side of his defenseman. He can't find it. Mankeys picks it up. Here's Mankeys in the corner. Skates in his shot. Save made by Snide, and he'll hold on for the faceoff.
Kyle Snide has been the story for the Seton Catholic Knights in this first period. Does just a horrendous giveaway inside, right at their own blue line. One Seton defenseman slid it across to the other one. I think that's number 18, Scott Delacour, and he lost it in his skate. The Raider forward picked it up, walked right in from a fairly tough angle, but Snide held his ground and made a good save on the short side.
Still 1-0 Seton on the A1 TV and Appliance scoreboard. That goal scored right at the opening seconds of the game, and it has been pretty much all Massena since then, except for a couple of good chances by Munn. Puck in behind the Massena forwards trying to pinch it away. That was Wells got a piece of it. Now on the other side, Ward throws a check, but Seton moves it out. Here comes Corey Black, has it knocked away, and the Raiders pick it up. That's Eric Seacott. Headman pass to Ward. He golfs it into the Seton zone. Trickles in on Snide. He has to make the save. Leaves it for Delcourt, the defenseman. Moving it up on the wing to Corey Black. Out to center ice. A backhander from Jim Jennings comes into the Massena zone. Charlie Durant rips it around the boards. Raiders don't clear the zone, though. It bounces in behind the net again. In behind, Charlie Durant coming up with it. Rips it around the boards again. The puck takes a funny bounce into the corner. Knights have it in front. They can't get the shot off. Good job by Barkley that time, the Massena defenseman. Did a great job. Back in the Massena zone, Barkley coming in after it. We're down to 30 seconds left in the period. Barkley looking up ice. He tries to get it ahead, and we have a whistle.
We've seen one of many one of many that we'll see during the game, strange bounces. These boards are terrible. They're in need of repair in the worst way. That one came out at probably a 45 degree. The Raider forward thought it was going to come around on the boards. All of a sudden, it's by him out the other side, and he didn't know where it went. Not in good shape at all.
Meacham's line back out from Massena now. Off the draw, puck comes to Meacham. Meacham flips it ahead, intercepted. Back in the Massena zone, Meacham again goes to O'Shea. Here comes O'Shea, 1-on-3. O'Shea gets by 1-by-2, trying to center it in front, but it's knocked away. Back to the blue line, Nightingale golfs it, doesn't get through, bounces in the circle. They whack at it, finally comes to the Knights, and Kiernan moves it out with 2 seconds left, 1 second, and that'll take care of the period. So the Knights get the only come up with a goal here to make it 1-1. But here comes Seton into the Massena zone. Here's Flanagan in front, knocked away. And the puck kind of trickles to the side of the net. Nat Smythe is going to dive on it and hold on for the faceoff. The Meacham line out there for the Red Raiders. Meacham with LaPointe and Walsh. DeRosie out there along with Cameron. And we'll pick up the Seton Catholic line. It's going to be Jennings out there with Black and Flanagan. Off the faceoff, back to the blue line. Here's a shot. Doesn't make it through. Bounces in front. and it's fired wide into the corner. Knights have it, but it comes to Meacham. He wraps it around the boards for O'Shea, gets back to the blue line, bounces out to center ice. Here comes O'Shea with Walsh. O'Shea 2-on-1, busts in, winds up and cranks it in the net. And it's 2-1 Massena. Timmy O'Shea gets the goal, and the Raiders go ahead with two early ones here in the second period.
Timmy O'Shea just about blew the back of the net out, and Kyle Snide had no chance on that. It started way back in the Raider defensive end. Nate Thune tried to keep the puck, took a weird bounce on him, and just bounced by him, and before he could react, Timmy O'Shea just walked around and picked the puck up in the neutral zone down that left side. He and Justin Walsh 2-on-1. He used Walsh as a decoy, and from just inside the top of the circle, he cranked one up, I tell you, and just blew it by Kyle Snide. No goalie was going to stop that shot.
Timmy O'Shea gets Massena on top here for the first time in the hockey game. It's 2-1 Raiders on the Corky scoreboard. DeRosie with it, flipping it ahead for the cruiser. Meacham, head man for Walsh. Here comes Justin, cranks it up. And the save is made, although that may have been off the net. Puck cleared around the boards, kept in by Cameron at the point. He fakes the shot, trying to flip it in the corner, but it's intercepted and out to center ice. Intercepted again, Meacham. Here's Meacham, goes by the defense. Meacham skates and shot, fired it high and wide. A nice move by Meacham to get by the defenseman. Here's Walsh, trying to flip it in the corner. It's intercepted, and the Knights will move it back out to center ice. Into the Massena zone it goes. Raiders, DeRosie takes the forward out of the play, and the puck bounces in behind the net to Cameron. Cameron rips it around the boards for Justin Walsh. Walsh just lets it go by wisely, and down the ice it goes, all the way back in Seton Catholic territory for Kyle O'Connor, the defenseman. Here's O'Connor banging it out to center ice. Meacham is there, flipping it right back inside Seton territory. Massena coming out now with their third line, but it's going to be iced by Seton Catholic, and the whistle blows, and the face-off will move all the way back in the Seton zone. And I think the wheels have come off a little bit for Seton Catholic, Dave.
Raiders had trailed 1-0 at the end of the first, but we're all over. We mentioned, and Snide was just outstanding. But on just around the 2-minute mark, or under 2 minutes, the Raiders have gotten 2 goals to go ahead 2-1. That last one coming at the 2:41 mark. Timmy O'Shea, along with Eric Meacham, and number 9, Mike Cameron, picking up the assist.
Now we've got the Raiders getting ready to take the face-off. Who do we have out there now? Jeff Slack with Andy St. Thomas and Joey Weiskopf. Wonky and Bubba Gerard playing the points. Off the face-off, puck in the circle, still in the Seton zone. Slack digging for it in the corner, but the puck trickles to the blue line. Wonky keeps it in. Goes to Weiskopf. He tried to glove it down, but it's knocked away by the Knights, and it trickles out to center ice. Drew Wonky there trying to flip it ahead, and it's dumped all the way back in the Massena zone. Rounds in behind the net. St. Thomas back checking, picks it up. We have a whistle.
Yeah, it's going to be a penalty against Drew Wonky, I'm sure, for high sticking.
High sticking the call on Wonky.
He did. He took a shot inadvertently, but he wrapped the Seton player right at center ice with a high stick and got a good whack on him, and he's going to serve a minute and a half.
I don't know the other ref, but that's Zuckerman. Yeah, I can't remember his first name, but we've seen him before.
Every time we come up here, we see him. So
just about.
Whether it was, he had a son that played for Plattsburgh High School.
Yes, he did. Yes, was it Zach Zuckerman? No, couldn't have been. Nick Zuckerman, maybe.
There you go.
Off the face-off, LaPointe wins it. He's out killing the penalty with Pribble, and he flips it all the way back in the Seton zone. LaPointe goes in, trying to go in on Munn. Munn and LaPointe go together. It slides along the boards. LaPointe throws a check, comes up with a puck. Here comes Michael. Dipsy doodling to Pribble. Pribble to LaPointe. Finally, it's knocked away. LaPointe still banging at it, goes into the corner. And finally, the Knights pick it up and clear it out to center ice. Into the Massena zone it goes, but Charlie Durant picks it up and fires it right back down the ice into Seton Catholic territory. Out the center ice again. It's Ben Nightingale stepping in front of the pass, and he shovels it in the Seton zone, and into the corner it goes. 50 seconds left in the power play. Jim Jennings back after it for the Knights in behind his own zone. In the net, he starts out right side. Here comes Jennings, trying to drop it. He does to his defense. Pribble comes in and almost stole the puck, but it's out to center ice. Here come the Knights. Jennings, he goes by the Massena defenseman, breaks in front, the shot, and he fired it high and wide. Great opportunity for Jennings, but he missed the net. And a break for the Raiders, and they keep their lead as the puck goes up off a player and up into the bench, and Jennings is unhappy.
Good move by Jennings that time as he turned the Raider defenseman inside out, went right in, and had Nathaniel Smythe deep in the crease, but elected to go upstairs, but got a little high, just up over the top crossbar. But the Knights come within a whisker of tying it. Those 2 goals at the 109 mark, Nick Kermanius, and then at the 241 mark, Timmy O'Shea.
Kermanius out there to kill the penalty, along with Joey Weiskopf now. About 20 seconds left in the man advantage. Puck in the Massena zone. Cameron cruising in after it. He rips it around the boards. It's kept in at the point. Moving in is Frechette. Frechette, top of the circle, skates into the circle, drops it in behind. Here's an opportunity in behind for the Knights. They're going to go way back to the point again. They slide it in front. It's deflected just wide. Cameron cranks it around the boards. The Raiders get a man back, and here comes Massena. Wonky came out of the penalty box, and he kind of got in the way of Kermanius, or Kermanius might have been gone. Here's Cameron again, ripping it around the boards. So Weiskopf to Kermanius. Here comes Nick, and it's poke checked away. Across the blue line, into the Seton zone. The Knights in behind their own net, stolen away by Weiskopf. He's bodied into the corner, double teamed, and it squirts to Kiernan. Kiernan's pass just gets out the center ice. DeRosie's there, flipping it back in the Seton zone. 2-1 Massena. Raiders have taken the lead here in the second period on the Corky scoreboard. Puck comes into the Massena zone now. Across the blue line. Here comes Kiernan in behind the net. He centers it in front. The shot. The net. Smythe makes the save. The puck squirts free and comes right in on front, and Smythe is going to dive on it.
Kiernan beat the Raider forward to the puck to the on the boards to the right of Nathaniel Smythe, threw it out in front, and number 22, Justin Frechette, cruising right down the slot, put it right on the stick, didn't get a lot on it, but was going glove side, and Nathaniel Smythe able to make the save. But good effort that time by Kiernan.
Mike Mankey's out there with DiAgostino and Kyle Wells from Massena against the Jim Jennings line. Off the face-off, Wonky flips it to Bubba Girard. Girard runs it along the boards to Wells. Wells, his headman trickles to the blue line, DiAgostino. DiAgostino flips it into the Seton zone, and into the corner it goes. In behind the net, Wonky trying to dig it out of the corner, but Jennings picks it up as Wonky's checked. Here comes Jennings. Out the center ice, trying to flip it ahead. Goes into the Massena zone. Wonky is there. Wonky rips it around the boards. Here comes Wells with it. Knocked away. Puck goes to the side of the net. Seton with a chance back to the blue line. Here's the drive. It's blocked, and the Raiders clear it. Here comes Massena. Headman pass goes to Wells. Poke checked away. And down the ice it goes. It's Boise. Back ahead into the Massena zone. Here's an opportunity for Flanagan. He gets tied up in the corner. Puck bounces free. Wells with it. Wonky flips it ahead to Wells. Comes back to the blue line. Kept in at the point. Back in the corner it goes to Flanagan. Here's Flanagan's centering pass right across the goal mouth. Puck trickles around on the other side. It's Kyle O'Connor. We got a penalty, and it's going to go against Massena.
Yeah, it's going to go against Bubba Girard. He'll get a cross-checking call right in front of the net. Puck came across the crease and went to the corner. The Seton player was just standing there. And for some reason, Bubba just gave him a cross-check, and that's a no-no. And rightfully so. Good call by the official right on the spot. Bad penalty for Bubba to take at that stage.
I know we're experiencing a little line noise. Again, that's telephone company trouble. We're going to hang with it a little while here and see if it clears up. Otherwise, we'll wait for a break and switch lines. But let's hang in just a little bit, as the Raiders are going to have to try to kill a penalty here. Leading it 2-1 in the second period off the face-off. The puck back to the blue line. Here's the drive. It's blocked by O'Shea. O'Shea gets it out of the zone back in, and offsides will be the call. And O'Shea took that shot right in the ankle, and I think it kind of surprised him a little bit, and he lost his edge and fell down.
The Knights won the draw, came right back to the point man on that right side. Timmy O'Shea out to check him, and the Seton point man really drilled it, hit Timmy on the foot, and he didn't know where it was. If he would have realized, I think he could have picked it up and had a breakaway, but doesn't seem to be any discomfort.
Off the face-off, O'Shea is out there, as we mentioned, along with Justin Walsh. Puck in the corner. Charlie Durant flips it around the boards for Walsh. He picks it up and golfs it. Doesn't clear the zone, though. Now it's Durant digging for it. Walsh banging for it. Comes to Charlie. Charlie moves it ahead to O'Shea. O'Shea has it poked away to the Massena line. Nightingale dumps it right back to the Seton zone. Picked up there by Chris Boise. Boise dropping it for Corey Black. Black trying to move it ahead for Joey Munn. Munn shovels it back ahead for Black, and he starts it down and dumps it right on Smythe. Smythe leaves it for Durant. Durant doesn't clear the zone. Kept in. Here's a shot from the point. Save. Hit the goalpost. Hit the goalpost. The Raiders, though, clear it out. Dump back across. That should be an offsides, and it is, as Munn caught it coming out of the zone. That time, the shot from the left point, I think that was Corey Black, who's back there playing the point on the power play, and he beat Smythe but hit the crossbar.
Goaltender's best friend is that crossbar. The Knights gained the zone. Munn doing a lot of work, got it into the zone, and as everyone sifted by him, he just stopped, paused, slid it over to Corey Black at the right point. He cranked up, one-timer, hit the goalpost, flush on, had Smythe beaten all the way.
Gormanius out there with LaPointe now for Massena. About 30 seconds left in the power play. Knights with a puck in their own end, trying to move it ahead. Raiders doing a pretty good job killing the power play, rather. Puck comes to the Massena zone. Here comes DeRosie. DeRosie trying to flip it through, has it knocked away, and back the other way comes Seton. They got a 2-on-1, but offsides will be the call. Eric DeRosie, he's got to thank the offsides because he got caught up in the play, and Seton had a 2-on-1, but they went offside.
Killing a penalty down a man. DeRosie stopped the puck at the blue line and then jumped up and wanted to lead the rush, but he lost it at the red line, and Seton went from defense to offense. Good transition, 2-on-1, and a big mistake by that forward on that weak side. Glorious opportunity to tie this game.
Gormanius will take the face-off with 8 seconds left in the power play, wins the draw to Cameron, and Cameron cranks it down the ice, and it bounces in behind, and the Raiders have their man back as Girard comes back out on the ice. Puck in the zone. Gormanius steals in front. LaPointe, he fired it just wide. Gets the second shot, hits the side of the net. Here's LaPointe with it. In the corner, gets tied up. It comes to Pribble. Pribble gets tied up along the boards. Digs for it. Puck still apparently free. They bang at it. Sticks are flying. Finally, it's fired all the way around to the other side. And Nate Thum will pick it up and move it out to center ice. Cameron's there to flip it right back across the blue line. LaPointe throws a check. The puck bounces to Thum, and he backhands it out to center ice. Gormanius, nice check. Puck comes to DeRosie. He flips it ahead, and it trickles back in the Massena zone. DeRosie again flips it ahead to Gormanius, to LaPointe. Here comes LaPointe. Takes it in the zone. Dipsy Doodles in the corner. Thum ties him up along the boards, and the puck squirts free. Here come the Knights trying to move it out to center ice. Comes to the Massena line, and it gets by DeRosie. It's going to trickle in on Smythe, and he'll steer it in the corner. There's going to be a penalty on Massena. The puck bounces free, and the Raiders touch it. We're still waiting for the whistle, and finally the whistle blows as Cameron controls it. We're going to have a holding call on DeRosie, I believe.
It's going to be the Raider defenseman, Eric DeRosie, is going to pick it up. It's going to be a holding call, and the Raiders are going to be down.
Again.
Well, the first one out. But I do want to comment on Michael LaPointe. Big Nate Thum came around that last power play, around his net, full head of steam, head somewhat down. He didn't see LaPointe coming down that right side, coming into the zone, and just laying in wait for him. He put a lick on him right at the top of the circle, spun him around, the puck came loose, and he and Gormanius had the 2-1 opportunity, and they just slid it wide. Great forechecking by Mike LaPointe.
Still 2-1 Massena. We're in the second period. Off the face-off, puck in behind the net. Nightingale to Charlie Durant. He took a wave at it, couldn't come up with it. Goes back to the blue line. They move it around the horn. Charlie throws the check. The puck comes to Meacham, and down the ice it goes. Where did it go? Went up into the Massena bench is where it went, and the whistle blows. Everybody lost sight of the puck.
The Crate Civic Center, it's a nice facility, really nice. Sits here on the shores of Cumberland Bay, just off of the Northway. But the boards we mentioned, the boards and the glass, really in need of some repairs. And you get all kinds of strange bounces off these boards. I remember last year some real weird bounces,
Absolutely.
And they're worse this year. And that one took a strange bounce and went up into the Raider bench.
Looked like it was going down the ice. The face-off just outside. Meacham wins the draw, flips it to the red line. Knights control. Looking to move it across the zone. Comes to Boise, and he has it knocked away by Meacham. Puck trickles back into Seton's zone. Coming back after it is Corey Black, flips it ahead. Comes to the Massena line, Nightingale, and he shovels it into the Seton zone. Back comes Chris Boise. Boise trying to take it across. He does. Takes it deep. Here's Boise, in behind, centers it right across the goal mouth, but nobody there. Comes back to the blue line. Here's a shot way wide. Charlie Durant chasing it down in the corner. I thought he was. The puck bounces away. The big cruiser picks it up, Meacham, and dumps it down the ice with about 30 seconds left in the power play. Back after it is Corey Black. Black's headman goes to Munn. Joey Munn with the puck. O'Shea out there now with Walsh. Puck trickles across the blue line, and it's poked away. Comes to O'Shea. O'Shea moves it out to center ice. We got a whistle.
Another penalty. It's a high sticking call. I think this one is going to go against Seton, Jerry. Wait and see. It is a high sticking call. I'm not sure.
And it is against Seton, but
22 is going to get the gate. That's
for Shed.
Yeah.
Did you see it?
No, I didn't, but I know it's 22 because he's in the box.
I didn't see the penalty either. Must have happened behind the play. The Raiders were just preparing to clear the zone, and Seton managed to touch the puck, and that's when the whistle blew. That means 4-on-4 for 17 seconds, and the Raiders go on the power play, their first power play since early in the game.
We mentioned here the Crate Civic Center, the Knights of Seton Catholic have to rent a minimum of 100 hours a season, and they pay close to a few dollars shy of $100 an hour. So that's $10,000 up front before they step on the ice.
Still 2-1 Massena in the second period. Raiders win the draw. Charlie Durant flipping ahead for Lester Pribble. Pribble trying to move it out of the zone. He does. Ahead to Cormanius. Cormanius is checked. The puck comes back in the Seton zone. They try to clear the zone. They don't. LaPointe keeps it in. Here's Michael. Dumping into the corner for Pribble. Here's Pribble in behind. It's a power play from Massena. Pribble trying to go back to LaPointe. He pinches in and keeps it in momentarily, but the puck is dumped down the ice by the Knights. Smythe is going to leave it for Durant. Durant in the corner. He's going to flip it to DeRozzi. DeRozzi ahead to LaPointe, a little bit too far, but Cormanius is going to pick it up, and he just shovels it in the Seton zone. Around the boards it goes. Knights look to clear, and they do out to center ice. Very aggressive penalty kill by the Knights. Now the puck back inside. Seton zone comes in behind the net. Pribble trying to come up with it. Comes back to the blue line. Durant pinches in. Can't keep it in. And it's out to center ice. Here comes Jennings with it. Poke checked away by DeRozzi. They both go down. DeRozzi gets back up again. Where's the puck? It's underneath Jennings, and we'll have a face-off in the Massena zone.
Jim Jennings, as Jerry mentioned at the top of the broadcast, a nephew of, is it famous or infamous broadcaster from Potsdam? What do you...
I would have to say infamous.
Well, you probably wouldn't get a lot of people.
What's his name?
First name is Con, yeah.
Well, that kind of says it all, doesn't it?
Okay. Con Elliott, his nephew, Jim Jennings, on that last rush, but was a 1-on-2 and didn't have much success with the Raider defense.
24 seconds left in the Massena power play. Flanagan will take the face-off against Meacham. Off the draw, puck sits in the circle, and O'Shea comes up with it. Feeds it ahead to Justin Walsh. Walsh trying to move it ahead. It's knocked away, and it comes trickling back out to center ice. Cameron is there. Cameron cranks it around the boards. 10 seconds left in the power play. O'Shea leaves it for the blue line. Bubba Girard keeps it in the Walsh. Walsh's pass intercepted, and the Knights clear it. Trickles into the Massena zone. That'll take care of the penalty. The Knights power play, and they're going to be called for touching with a high stick. As Cameron knocked it down with a high stick, it was, waist high?
Yeah, I thought so. I thought it was waist high, but the Raiders are questioning referee Zuckerman now, and Mike Cameron saying, oh, it's right here. And Mr. Zuckerman's showing him, no, it was up at your throat. But I tend to agree with Mike Cameron. From our vantage spot, we've got a nice vantage spot right at center ice, up probably 10 feet above the top row here, really up on a catwalk on the west side of this arena.
Meacham will take the draw. Off the faceoff, back to the point. Knights have it in the Massena zone, and they just dump it in the corner. Barkley after it. Adam Barkley with a puck gets knocked down. It comes to Jennings. Barkley gets up again, gets a stick on it, but he can't control it. Knights flip it to the blue line, but it's poked to the blue line and out to center ice. O'Shea almost had a breakaway. Here's O'Shea, goes to Walsh. He takes it across, goes to Meacham, winds up the shot, and it's blocked. Ouch. That had to hurt a little bit. Puck in the corner. Meacham digging for it, along with Jennings. Meacham flips it in behind the net. Back to pick it up is Boise, the big defenseman. He flips it into the corner. Meacham throws the check. The puck's still free. Meacham gets a stick on it. It bounces back toward the blue line. Walsh trying to come up with it. Kept in at the point by Seacott. He flips it in the corner again. It'll go around on the other side. Still 2-1 Massena on the Corky scoreboard. Knights just flip it to the Massena zone. Adam Barkley is there trying to move it ahead, and it comes out to center ice. Dumped right back in again. The Knights are off sides, but they clear the zone. Seacott picks up the puck, bangs it on the boards out to neutral ice. Walsh after it, can't control. Jennings, he throws it across the blue line, but Meacham is there to flip it ahead. Dumped right back in the Massena zone. Around the horn it goes. O'Shea, and he just flips it to the Seton zone. Picked up there on the defense by O'Connor. O'Connor trying to drop it to his partner. Out to center ice it comes. Here comes Munn right down the middle. He gets knocked down. The puck free in the corner. O'Shea takes him out of the play. Now Walsh throws the check. Munn's back up again. He digs for it. Seacott's there. It finally comes free. Bounces in behind the net again. Here's Seacott. Rips it to the blue line, but not out of the zone. But it comes to O'Shea. Here comes Timmy O'Shea trying to move it ahead. He hits Kyle Wells in the skate with it. And right back comes Munn. Munn does a shift across the blue line. Gets a shot off, but it's blocked by Seacott. And the Raiders try to clear the zone. They don't. And around the boards it goes. Into the corner. Barkley trying to throw the check. And the puck looks like it's tied up there. And finally the whistle does blow, and we'll have a face-off. We're down to 1:23 in a pretty fast second period. The Raiders with 2 early goals in the second lead it on a score of 2-1 on the Corky's Collision scoreboard.
And those 2 goals coming early, as you mentioned, Jerry, at the 1:09 mark. Nick Kermanius, is 21st of the year. And then at the 2:41 mark, Timmy O'Shea, his 11th of the year. Face-off to the right of Nathaniel Smythe.
Jennings is out there along with Kiernan and Nephew. Massena with a Menkes line. Menkes, Ward, and I'm not sure who the other forward is now, but here's a shot. Puck around the boards. That's Wells. Okay. Wells takes a golf at it and bounces high in the air out to center ice, and I didn't see that one right at first. But now Seton moves it on the backhand in the Massena zone. Bubba Girard golfs it ahead, doesn't clear the zone as it hit Wells. Here's a chance for Jennings. Jennings in behind, looks to center. Smythe gets it with a big stick, clears it behind the net to Bubba Girard. Up to Wells. Wells to Menkes. Menkes trying to get through the D, gets tripped up, but Ward is there to move it across the blue line. Here comes Ward, nice shift, trying to center it in front. Menkes can't get the shot off. A great play by Kiernan, back-checking, breaks it up. And I'll tell you, Massena's fourth line looked good on that rush. 40 seconds left in the period. Raiders lead it 2-1. We're in the second period. Seton wants to move it out. They don't clear the zone. Bubba Girard keeps it in, but it's poke-checked away out to center ice. Drew Wonke's there to shovel it right back in the zone. Raiders get caught off sides, but they clear the zone with about 23 seconds left. Here come the Knights, moving it ahead, but not out. Kept in there momentarily, but now Jennings has it. Takes it along the blue line, flips to the Massena zone. Weiskopf blocks it. We have a whistle. And I think we have a hand pass on Massena.
You mentioned that fourth unit of the Raiders, Joe Ward, who was the player of the game when these 2 clubs met the last time back in January 19th. Good, solid effort setting up his line mate of Steve Menkes out there, and almost resulted in a great scoring opportunity for the Raiders.
Massena out there now as they move the puck into the Seton zone. St. Thomas. Wonke now steps in front of it. They're going to call a high stick again.
Well, I agree with Mr. Zuckerman on that one. That one was probably a good 8-9 feet up in the air. He had to reach high to knock that one down, Andy St. Thomas. 3 seconds left, face-off just over the red line on the Knights' half of the rink.
Kerwin will take the face-off. Off the draw, the puck trickles to the Massena blue line as the buzzer sounds. So the Massena zone. Here's Jennings, the shot, save made by Smythe. And I know that Nat likes to make that first save. Massena loses it in front. Here's a chance. Another save by Smythe as Massena gave it away in front of the net. And the puck bounces free. It trickles right across the goal mouth, but Lapointe is there to take the pass. And here comes Michael Lapointe with the puck. Lapointe down the ice, across the blue line. He's checked off the play, but stays with it. Follows it in the corner, centering it. And it's knocked away by the Knights. And right back the other way comes Seton Catholic. Here come the Knights in the zone. Sean Flanagan, his shot. And Smythe, I don't think that was on, but he blocked it anyway. And Lapointe just moves it out to center ice. So a little action both ends right off the bat here in the period, third period. Massena leads it 2-1 on the Bob Post State Farm Insurance scoreboard. Back out to neutral ice, bounces to the Massena line. Charlie Durant's there to flip it ahead. O'Shea to Walsh, and he just got leveled. Timmy gets up, but he's okay. Puck bounces back to the Massena blue line. Charlie Durant flips it ahead for O'Shea. He gets knocked again. That was very close to being a hit from behind. But the puck comes in the Seton zone. O'Shea stays with it. Here comes O'Shea, centering in front. Wallace shoots right on. Save is made. O'Shea picks up the rebound, goes to Meacham in the slot. His shot. Save, rebound. Another save. Hits the side of the net. O'Shea looking to center it. Knocked away. Bounces in front. Here's a shot in the net. and it deflected off the Seton defenseman, and that goal was scored by Seton entirely as it deflected off defenseman Nate Thum, and it was, let me see if I can get his number, who tried to clear it. 22, that was Frechette, who tried to clear it, and it hit Thum and bounced in the net, and the Raiders get a goal without virtue of touching the puck, and the Raiders lead it on a score of 3-1. I guess you take a break like that whenever it comes along. So not the prettiest goal you've ever seen, but the Raiders will take it and take the lead 3-1. Two-goal bulge now for Massena. Raiders putting on all kinds of pressure there. Here they come again as they golf it. That's Walsh golfing it in the Seton zone. In behind the net, Timmy O'Shea with it. O'Shea centering pass right in the front. Walsh, his shot. Nice save by Snide. Puck goes into the corner, back to the blue line. DeRosie keeps it in to Walsh. Walsh flips it in behind the net. Bounces over on the other side. They try to clear. Did Cameron keep it in? No, he didn't. We got delay offsides on Massena, but the Knights clear it anyway. Comes to the Massena blue line. Across the blue line, it's Kiernan. Kiernan and DeRosie go together. Puck comes in behind. Kiernan centers the shot. They score! And Seton makes it 3-2. I'll tell you who got it in a moment. He's being mobbed by his teammates now. So as it turns out, Massena's going to need that strange goal. That's going to be Chris Bouvier, I believe, getting the goal. Happened to be in the right place at the right time. And it's 3-2 for Massena now on the Bob Post State Farm Insurance scoreboard.
Yeah, that took a strange bounce off the those boards we talked about and came right out to Bouvier, parked right out in front, and he just swiped it by Nathaniel Smythe.
Off the face-off, Jeff Slack out there taking the draw with St. Thomas and Weiskopf. Here's Slack with it, gets by him, back in the Massena zone. Bubba Girard rips it around the board, stepping in front of it. Corey Black looks to center. Knocked away. It comes to the Raiders. St. Thomas heading for Slack. He takes it across. He's rubbed into the boards, but stays with it. And St. Thomas digs it out of the corner. He gets tied up by Jennings. The puck's still tied up in the corner, and the whistle will blow. And we'll have a face-off inside Seton Catholic territory. 12.5 left, third period. Massena leading Seton Catholic 3-2 on the Bob Post State Farm Insurance scoreboard.
I don't know how these officials can give any assist. The Raiders on their third goal. Eric Meacham's going to get the goal. We'll pick it up later.
Off the faceoff, Weiskopf trying to throw a check. It comes to St. Thomas. He looks to center, but it's knocked away. Gets it back again. Takes it in front. Centers it right across the goal mouth, but the save is made by Snide. And back out to center ice come the Knights. Here comes Corey Black across the blue line, looking to drop it. The puck bounces right across the goal mouth, but nobody there, and it comes to St. Thomas. St. Thomas just flips it ahead, meant for Slack, has it bounce away from him, and back come the Knights again. To the Massena blue line, across the blue line, that's Flanagan. He just dumps it in behind the net. They want to change. Drew Wonky with it. Wonky in behind, flips it on the wing. Massena doesn't clear, though, and again it goes in behind. To Flanagan center, he's got a man all in front. The shot, the save made, and Smythe covers up. And again, you know, we're going to be a little pushing and shoving and some penalties. But again, we've talked about Massena with a chance to clear the puck, and they don't. And that's what gave up that scoring chance. And now there's going to be penalties.
Giveaway behind the net, and Flanagan, the recipient of the gift, and threw it out in front. And Joe Munn, the ever deadly Munn, right in front. And he had Nathaniel Smythe dead to rights. And didn't get a lot on it, and Nathaniel able to make the save, but just a bad giveaway in behind the Massena net, and the Knights coming within a whisker. That those two goals, the first one by Massena, Eric Meacham at the 2:27 mark, and at 3:57 mark, Chris Bouvier picking up the second Seton Catholic goal. And we have penalties.
Both teams picking up a penalty. It'll be Flanagan for Seton Catholic and St. Thomas for Massena. Probably both for roughing or hitting after the whistle. Face off in the Massena zone. LaPointe out there to take the draw. Puck comes in behind to Seacott. Eric Seacott from Massena looks up ice and bangs it out to center ice. LaPointe and Pribble out there in the 4-on-4. Here come the Knights trying to clear their own zone. LaPointe broke his stick. Puck in the zone. Pribble gets a piece of it. Comes in behind the net. And around the boards, Pribble throws a check. The puck comes free to Barkley in front. Nice pass to Pribble. Pribble, Dipsy Doodles fired it just wide. Puck around the boards to the blue line. LaPointe, did he? No, he didn't. That was Barkley anyway, and he couldn't keep it in.
Out by just a fraction, but Seton Catholic very, very sloppy in their own end, just giving the puck away on 2 occasions, one to Mike Lapointe, and the other one just a bad errant pass came back, and Barkley unable to keep it in just by an eyelash. They're going to call it an intentional offside. I can't believe that. I just don't. But anyway, faceoff's going to be to the left of Nathaniel Smythe. 59 seconds left in the penalties.
Lapointe will take the draw for Massena in the Massena zone. Intentional offsides. He'll face off against Barkham. Off the draw, Lapointe wins it to Pribble. Pribble looks up ice. He sees Lapointe. Feeds it to Lapointe. Doesn't quite clear the zone. Bounces to Pribble. Out to center. Apparently didn't come out. And it's back in the corner. Nightingale trying to move it ahead to Lapointe. Lapointe gets bodied off the play, but gets it back again. He'll try the other side. Around the boards it goes to Pribble. Pribble dropping it for Charlie Durant. Durant flips it over to Nightingale, and Massena breaks out. Here comes Nightingale. He fires it from center ice, and Snide's going to hold on as he's got Lapointe bearing in on him. And we're down to 10:39 left in the third period on the Bob Post State Farm Insurance scoreboard. It's 3-2 for the Massena Red Raiders. And we have 25 seconds left in the matching minors.
I don't know how Timmy O'Shea can pick up an assist on Eric Meacham's goal. I can understand Eric getting the goal. He was the last one to handle it. But both the 2 Seton players touched it before it went in the net. But they gave the assist to Timmy O'Shea.
Cormanius wins the faceoff. Oh, what a bounce that took in front of the net. And Seton's just going to dump it down the ice. I can't believe that bounce. It bounced right in front of the net. There's the icing call. And down the ice it'll go.
We talked about these boards being atrocious, and we've seen all kinds of bounces and caroms and kisses. And that one went in and came out the other side, but looked like a billiard table the way it came out with a lot of English on it, and right out in front, and Snide didn't know where it was.
Face-off back on the icing call in the Seton Catholic zone. Cormanius again will take the face-off. He's out there with Walsh, Cameron, and DeRosie. Off the draw. Again, it comes to Cameron. He flips it in behind the net. The Knights look to wrap it around the boards. DeRosie will keep it in. Here's DeRosie with it. Almost had it knocked away. Now it is out to center ice. Here comes Justin Frechette. Has it swept away by Cameron, and the puck goes in the corner. Frechette after it. In behind, he skates away with it. In front, the save made by Smythe. And it's picked up by Cormanius. His head man intercepted, dumped back in the Massena zone. Comes to Cameron. Over to DeRosie. DeRosie, head man to Cormanius. Here comes Cormanius across the blue line. He's hauled down. The puck comes free. And out to neutral ice. Hard check thrown there by Walsh. The puck dumped to the Massena line. DeRosie. DeRosie skates it ahead. Goes to O'Shea. Takes it across one-on-one. O'Shea dips into a shot. Save. Rebound goes in behind the net. Puck cleared around the boards by the Knights. They move it out to center ice. Bubba Girard is there to flip it ahead. Bounces along the sideboard, across the blue line, back out again to neutral ice, back into the Seton zone. The Knights control it. It's O'Connor to the Massena line. Drew Wonke's there. Doesn't clear the zone. Wonke has to come back for it and flip it out to center ice. Puck dumped back in the Massena zone again. Comes to Girard. His head man to the Seton zone. Dumped back to the Massena line. Ouch. And that hurt the Seton player. Here comes O'Shea. Flips it ahead. Here's a chance for DiAgostino, and he fires it high and wide. Seton comes back the other way. Into the Massena zone. The Seton player flips it in the corner. Wonke trying to come up with it, but it's Bubba Girard flipping around the boards. It comes to Flanagan in behind. Flanagan digging for it along with Corey Black. Wonke's in there along with Menkes, and the puck squirts free to Flanagan. Flanagan drops it in behind. They move it around in front, but it's knocked away. Puck picked up by Jennings now out by the blue line. He fires it right in front, but it's intercepted by Bubba Girard. Girard looking ahead for DiAgostino. Nice pass to Wells. Wells busts in, trying to go by the defense, but the puck gets away from him in the corner. Wells just dumps it in behind. DiAgostino around, throws a check. The puck squirts free. The Knights pick it up, dump it to the 45, and try to move it out to center ice. Goes all the way to the Massena line. Ben Nightingale is there. Head man pass on the stick of Menkes. Menkes flips it by a check. And in behind as the Raiders make a change. Here comes Seton Catholic to center ice, but Charlie Durant is there to flip it ahead. Puck bouncing along the blue line. Here comes a chance for Flanagan. His shot is blocked by Charlie Durant. Puck comes in behind. Munn is there. Here's Munn with it. Knocked away from him. Along the boards out to center ice. Raiders look to move it. Comes back to Durant. Charlie, he's going to lead the attack. Here comes Durant. Nice cross-ice pass. St. Thomas winds up. His shot over the net. It bounced the side of the net and is picked up by Thum. Thum trying to move it along the boards. Raiders doing some forechecking. Comes to St. Thomas. He steps by the check. Here's St. Thomas looking to center, but it's knocked away. Puck in the corner. St. Thomas doing some good forechecking for Massena. Raiders still lead 3-2 here in the third period. Weiskopf to Durant. His shot is way wide. Nightingale keeps it in at the other point. Flips it in behind. That was meant for Weiskopf, but it goes all the way around the boards, and the Knights just trickle it out to center ice. Puck comes to Munn. Munn takes it across. His shot, he fired it wide. He used Durant as a screen, got a good shot off, but the puck goes all the way around the boards out to center ice. Comes to Barkham. Barkham in his own end. Oh, almost threw it away, but the Knights are going to move it out to the Massena line. Bounces there. Weiskopf will pick it up. Can't control it. Has it knocked away. Can't find it. Dumped into the Massena zone. Durant flips it right back out. It's picked right back up. Kiernan does a nice shift, gets by the Massena defense, but he's forced wide at the last second by Lapointe. Now the puck around the boards. Here comes Nightingale. Nightingale drops it for Durant. Durant rips it around on the other side. Comes to Lapointe. Lapointe trying to clear the zone. St. Thomas fed it to him, but it's knocked away. Here's a chance in front. Bounces behind the net. Nightingale again. He'll try Weiskopf on the other side. Weiskopf, head man to Lapointe. Here's Lapointe, can't find it in his skates. The puck comes bouncing free to the Massena blue line and is picked up there by Nightingale. He flips it to an open wing. Dumped right back down the ice by the Knights, and we're going to have a whistle and an icing call against Seton Catholic. Both teams running around right now.
Yeah, and giveaways in their own end. Some good work out there by that line of St. Thomas, Weiskopf, and Kerwin, and good things happen when you work hard, and they were, as you called it, they worked very hard, and Andy St. Thomas was the leader that time out there, and had a good scoring opportunity, just fired it high and wide. At the other end, Kiernan just walked right around both Raider defensemen, but at the last second, it rolled off the blade of his stick.
Cormanius to take the face-off for Massena in the Seton zone on the icing call. Off the draw, Cormanius going after, gets knocked down. The puck comes in behind a Thum. Rips it around the boards. Cameron keeps it in, looks to center, bounces in the circle, comes back to the blue line. Knights control. It's Frechette out to center ice. Here's Lapointe. He has to wait for his wings to get on sides. They do. Here comes Lapointe across the blue line. Dipsy Doodles trying to feed it through to Pribble. Went behind him. Pribble to Cormanius. Short side shot. Save made. Lapointe looks to center. Knocked away. Thune. He gets knocked down by Lapointe. Puck comes free to Lapointe in front. Lapointe's centering pass knocked away as he was trying to hit Cormanius. And back the other way comes Corey Black. Black, nice drop pass. Here's a chance in front for Jennings. His shot, he scores! And it's tied at 3.
Beautiful drop pass, as you call, by Corey Black. He came down the right side, gained the zone. Little drop pass. Jennings picked it up and cut into the middle and used the Raider defense. In fact, I thought he was going to go too far. He could have walked right down the middle, but he went to his left and used the Raider defenseman as a screen and fired it up over the right shoulder of Nathaniel Smythe. And we have a tie hockey game with 5 minutes and 20 seconds left in this game, in this third period.
Cormanius stays out there with Pribble and Lapointe. So Jennings gets the goal for Seton Catholic. Off the faceoff, Knights control to the Massena line. Here they come again. Frechette, his centering pass knocked down. He gets it back again, stays with it. Finally gets knocked down. The puck goes to the side of the net, and we have a whistle. And we're going to have a penalty on Massena.
I thought he had blown the whistle, for he lost the side of the puck, but I guess the moorings came off, and this penalty must have happened after the fact. It's going to be Drew Wonky getting a cross-checking call. So with 5:09 left in this third period, we have a tie hockey game. The Jennings is going to get the goal. They're just announcing it now, but and Jennings and
Black gets one assist.
Yeah, and Delacour gets the other.
Delacour gets the other assist. Black made the nice drop pass. So the Raiders now, with 5:08 left in the third period, have to try to kill a penalty here. Wonky gets called on the penalty for hooking. We've got O'Shea to take the face-off. Off the draw, it comes to Nightingale. Rips it around the boards. Doesn't get it out of the zone, though. Kept in there by Boise. Flips in the corner. Now it's Nightingale trying to bother him. Comes free, and behind they center right across the goal mouth. Comes all the way back to the blue line. Dumped in the corner. Durant reaching for it, can't come up with it. It does come to Charlie, though. He bangs it ahead for O'Shea. Timmy starts it out of the zone. Head man for Justin Walsh. Walsh trying to bust by the D. He gets knocked down. The puck comes free in the corner and is picked up there by Boise. Boise loses it in front of his net, but following up on the play is Jimmy Barkham. He moves it out to the blue line, to the Massena zone. Charlie Durant with it, flips it right back out to center ice. Knights with a puck. They take it across again. Here's Corey Black, his shot, and Nat Smythe makes the save. Puck in behind the Massena net. Now Flanagan races in for it. He and Nightingale go together. The puck along the boards. Jennings is there, but O'Shea comes up with a puck. He gets tied up. Can't clear the zone. Here's Jennings. Cross-ice pass, and the puck knocked away. Corey Black couldn't get a shot off. It comes to Charlie Durant behind the net. He goes around for O'Shea, comes back to the blue line, takes a funny bounce, and finally it's knocked down the ice by Ben Nightingale with about 10 seconds left in the power play. Puck around the boards. 3-3 tie hockey game. Inside Seton territory. They try to move it out for one more rush. That'll take care of the penalty as they dump it in the zone. Cameron racing back for it. Here's Michael Cameron with a puck in the corner. Has it knocked away, but Lapointe is there. Lapointe, headman pass out to Pribble, center ice. Knocked away from him. Comes back in the Massena zone. DeRosie with it. Here's DeRosie. Waiting, and he gets forechecked by Jennings. Comes up with it, then loses it. Here's a chance in front. The shot. They fired it wide. Excellent opportunity for Seton Catholic, and the Raiders are lucky. Headman pass goes to Pribble, to Lapointe. Here comes Lapointe in the zone. Winds up, has a shot blocked, goes after it in the corner. Here's Lapointe again. Dropping it behind, comes to the side of the net, and is picked up there by Kyle O'Connor. Here's Cameron on the fly. His shot deflected. Oh, just wide. I think it hit the post. Puck in the corner. Cormanius rips it around the boards. Pribble is going to go back to the point. No, he doesn't. He tries to flip it in the corner. It's intercepted. The bouncing puck. Cormanius shot. Oh, he fired it just wide again. Puck around the boards. Hard check thrown as it trickles all the way down the ice, and icing will be called on Seton Catholic. Massena with about 3 golden opportunities just wide.
3 giveaways, one in the Massena end at loud number 10. That's Flanagan. Had a glorious opportunity. He slid it wide open net. Then back, Seton doubled the favor at their end. The last one, first one, gave it back to the point. A shot that hit the crossbar flush and then going to clear the zone. They threw it blindly up the middle, and Cormanius intercepted it and just slid a backhander wide.
Well, we've got Kerwin's line out there. Kerwin, St. Thomas, and Weiskopf off the face-off. The Knights move it out to center ice. They got a man busting through. Guess who? It's Munn. He gets by the defense. His shot. The save is made. There's going to be a penalty on Massena as Wonky got just enough of them to knock him down. It'll be a tripping call, and the Knights will go back on the power play here.
Seton is asking for a penalty shot, but to no avail. No, but they're not going to get it, but I'm saying they're asking. I didn't say they're going to get one.
So back on the power play for the Knights. It's a 3-3 tie hockey game with 2:23 left in the third period. The Raiders came out like gangbusters. They gave up a goal early, but dominated the first period and most of the second, but then ran into penalty trouble. Things slowed down, and this third period has been a seesaw battle with both teams guilty of giveaways and both teams with excellent opportunities. Massena scoring 1 and Seton Catholic scoring 2 in this third period, and we're tied at 3.
Drew Wonky picking up his 3rd penalty of the game, 2nd in succession. We haven't had an overtime game involving the Raiders this year, but we're looking at staring one in the face with 2:23 left to go if they can withstand this power play.
Off the face-off. Here's a drive from the point. It's blocked. Where's the puck? Walsh. Walsh gave up the body, blocked the puck, and fires it down the ice. Good job by Justin Walsh. Puck back out to center ice. Here comes Munn across the blue line. Gets a shot off. It's kind of hit Charlie Durant's stick and bounced high in the air. It's gloved by Nat Smythe.
The Raiders all recognize that number 13. He is a sniper out there. Every time he has that puck, especially in that neutral zone, he's a threat. And got a nice pass right here at the neutral zone, crossed the blue line, 40 feet out, took the shot, but Charlie Durant was able to deflect it with the stick.
Timmy O'Shea will stay out there to take the face-off against Jim Jennings. The Seton Catholic crowd here making some noise. Not a huge crowd, but there are a few folks here. Bouncing puck comes in behind the net. They center it in front. Nightingale gets a piece of it, knocks it behind. Back to the point, the drive is blocked again, and guess who again? Justin Walsh. Gave up the body again, and it goes off him up into the crowd.
2 in a row, and I'll tell you, the shot he blocked was number 19. Corey Black's probably got the toughest shot on the team. He's a right wing on the second unit, but on the power play, they put him back at the point, and Seton got the match they wanted. Got the puck to the right behind the goal line, to the right of Smythe, and slid it back to number 19, Black, and he wound up, but Justin Walsh sliding across made a big defensive play.
Mike Lapointe against Jim Jennings off the face-off. Puck still sits in the circle, comes to DeRosie. He just looks to tie it up. It's squirted free, bounces in front. Here's the, no, they don't get the shot off. DeRosie gets a piece of it. Into the corner it goes. Lapointe with it, he shovels at it, fights for it, gets through traffic, has it knocked away. DeRosie, and he moves it out to Lapointe. Here's Mike Lapointe with it. Takes it across, cranks it up, the shot, the save made by Snide, and he sits down and holds on.
Mike Lapointe getting the puck out of harm's way, outworking 2 Seton Catholic Knights in their own end, down on the right side to the right of Smythe. Outworked him for the puck and was able to clear the zone, skated up, and took a slap shot from about 55 feet out that Snide had no problem. But at least we've got the puck out of our end and the face-off to the right of Kyle Snide.
Lapointe will take the face-off again for the Massena Red Raiders. Tied at 3 on the Bob Post State Farm Insurance scoreboard. 1:32 left in the third period. 39 seconds in the power play. Off the face-off. Puck around the boards. DeRosie keeps it in, has it poked by him. Here comes Seton Catholic across the blue line. That's quick short side shot. Save made. Smythe couldn't see the rebound. Here's another rebound. It bounced the side of the net, and it's underneath Nat Smythe. And now there's some pushing and shoving as the face-off will come in the Massena zone. And again, the Massena defenseman, for some reason, tried to keep the puck in the zone when he had a forward rushing at him, and they just poked it past him and had a partial break.
It was number 10 again, Sean Flanagan. He's had 3 glorious opportunities in the last 4 minutes. There was a great opportunity to win this game for Seton Catholic. As you mentioned, the Raider defenseman pinched down. Flanagan just tipped it by and went down that left side, and from a pretty tough angle, cranked one up, but Nathaniel Smythe able to make the save.
Face-off in the Massena zone. Puck in behind. Smythe leaves it behind the net. DeRosie flips it around the boards. It's going to come to Barkham. Barkham looks to go back to the point. Here's a shot. It's blocked out to center ice. Back in the zone. 10 seconds left in the power play. Here's Cameron. Cameron flips it ahead and down the ice. Good play by Cameron. It goes all the way down, and that's going to take care of the penalty right there as the Raiders get wonky back on the ice. Seton moves it to center ice. Here comes Munn. Munn across the blue line, centers it. Barkham in behind the net. Here's Barkham around the horn, back to the blue line. Here's Black, shot a bouncer, and it's in the net. I thought Smythe had that one all the way.
39 seconds. The Knights dumped it in behind, and out hustled the Raider defenseman to the puck. Swung around. We'll see who picks up the assist. I missed the number, but he threw it back to the point, back to number 18, Scott Delacour, and he didn't get much on it at all. It was, again, one of those shots that looked stronger than what it was, wobbling in there, and Nathaniel Smythe just didn't get enough of it, and it just got in behind him. So 39 seconds left to go, and the Seton Catholic Knights are poised for a big upset.
And this would be a big upset if they can pull this one off here. The Raiders trailing 4-3 now with 39 seconds left.
We're listening for the announcement. Number 18, Delacour is going to get the goal. We'll see if we can pick up the assist, what number it's going to be.
Raiders call a timeout. Now they're going to have to try to get the puck in the Seton zone so they can pull their goalie, get the extra attacker out.
The Raiders had dodged the bullet just prior to that. Good opportunity, but Nathaniel Smythe able to make the save. But that time the puck dumped in, and they out. I'm trying to pick out that number. If we go, it's number 4. Okay, that's Barkham. Timmy Barkham was a guy that hustled in there coming in from the right side, beat the Raider defenseman to the puck behind the net, swooped in behind, and has everyone kind of gang towards the middle, thinking that Barkham was going to shovel it there. He just slid it back to the point to number 18, Scott Delacour, and Delacour one-timed it, but didn't get a lot on it, and it got through traffic, and somehow Nathaniel Smythe lost it coming through traffic, and it got in behind him.
So it's 4-3 for Seton Catholic with 39 or 38 seconds. Hard to tell on that clock.
Corey Black, as Jerry's also going to pick up an assist.
Corey Black picked up an assist as well. Meacham out there with Pribble and O'Shea, LaPointe, and Charlie Durant. Jennings will take the faceoff. Off the faceoff, the Knights have the puck. They move it to the blue line, but not just inside the zone. Jennings again shovels it. LaPointe after it, can't come up with it. Smythe wanted to get off, but now he's back in his net. Puck comes back in the Massena zone. Meacham with it to Pribble. Pribble, does he get it out of the zone? No, he doesn't. Now the puck trickles out. They just bang for it in front of the blue line, and that'll whistle will blow, and we'll have a face-off. With 14 seconds left, time is running out for the Red Raiders.
Coach Mike Dandrew right up on the top of the dasher, pleading with his charges to hold on for 14 more seconds, and it'd be a big upset to avenge that 7-3 loss they suffered down at the Massena Arena. Face-off outside the Massena blue line. 14 ticks on the clock.
And they've pulled their goaltender. Smythe is out of the net for the extra attacker. Meacham wins the draw to Pribble. Pribble to LaPointe. Here comes LaPointe with 9 seconds left. Takes it across. Here's LaPointe by the defense. His shot. Save made. Rebound. Score! Massena scores to tie it up. I think Cormanius gets the goal with 2 seconds left in regulation. Cormanius, I believe, followed up on LaPointe's shot, and the Raiders have tied this up to send the game into overtime.
What a dramatic goal by the Raiders. With 14 seconds, the net empty, the face-off outside their own line. All the Knights had to do was knock it into the Raiders' end. They had 2 chances to do it. They fanned out of the puck, was just sitting there. Mike LaPointe picked it up just outside his own blue line, went down that right side, and using that speed, went right around the Knight defenseman from a fairly tough angle, got a good shot off Snide, made the save, but Nick Kermanius went to the net and poked the rebound in with just 2 seconds left on the clock. So in 12 seconds, the Raiders went from their own blue line and picked up a rebound, and we have a tie hockey game. We've got overtime.
Yes, we do. There's the whistle. And they blow the whistle on the face-off. So 1 second ticks off. They're going to do it again.
Yeah, high stick.
Here we go. There's the buzzer. And so we're going to go to overtime. First overtime of the year for the Massena Red Raiders. And I'll tell you what, we've seen a little bit of everything in this game, haven't we, David?
Oh, my God. Unbelievable. Those last 2 goals coming at the one for Seton at 14:39 mark with number 8.
And Sean Flanagan. Durant out there with Nightingale. Off the face-off, the Knights flip it across the Massena's line, and offside's the call immediately. And we'll face it off again outside Massena territory.
And just looking down right directly below us, the Seton Catholic bench, Coach Mike Dandrew, still I can see him, he's shaking his head. He can't believe that last Raider goal. He had victory within his grasp, and somehow it seemed to be slipping away.
Off the face-off, puck dumped in Massena territory. Round the horn it goes, pinching in his Black. Flips it in behind the net. Nightingale throws a check. The puck comes free to Charlie Durant. Durant flips it ahead out to center ice. Dump back in the Massena zone. In behind the Raider net. Nightingale. Nightingale being forechecked by Flanagan. He's knocked down. The puck's underneath him. Gets back up again. And decides to play it into the corner. Big Meacham back after it. Clipping it along the boards. Here's a shot deflected right on. Whoa! Smythe had to be quick on that one.
Another one of those weird bounces that confused the Raider defenders. I can't describe it, but that puck does tricks along the board, especially to the end to our right, which is the south end, especially the part to the left of the Nathaniel Smythe, right where the Zamboni goes in. Strange things happen down in that corner.
Now Cormanius out there to take the face-off against Barkham. Barkham out there with Frechette and Munn. Munn's a guy you got to watch. Cormanius Takes the draw, comes back to the point. Here's a drive off a leg. Bounces back in behind the net. Nobody seems to know where it is. It's in front of the net. Here's a backhander. They score! That's Munn getting the goal.